I mean, yeah, there is a part where the bad news starts coming in, which is Kalista is largely a mid-game champion, is what we've kind of seen.
And now you're playing into Ziggs as well.
Okay. That means that we don't have a lot of consistent damage on D+'s side.
Yeah, this game is going to get really weird. There's going to be, like, I think this ends up being a one-sided game, right, no matter which way it goes.
And I also think D+ can only smoke and mirrors. It's all they've been playing throughout this entire series is, no, we don't really want a team fight. Actually, we'd prefer to play side lanes. And that falls apart when you get later on into the game and when nerves are high.
It doesn't fit Smash's skill set, in my mind. As we get just more engaged here, looking for the big boom boom. There was no other pick here for Andil. It was always going to be the Renata, unless it was stolen away. Because it is great into Vi Jax, right? It is the most powerful pair champion with the Kalista because of how bailout works and how easy it is for Kalista to just use the bailout timer to get more Ren stacks to then pull them out and get that reset. To buy his first item.
Also hasn't fallen behind, so he's actually feeling pretty good at the moment on this Ziggs. With this particular skin choice, as Yukal moving over, Showmaker as well is able to set up the wall. Let's see whether he does pull the trigger on that one, and there it is. Andil is over very far away from the rest of his team, shoved back and destroyed. That's the steal as well. Oh no! A kerfuffle around where the Scuttle Crab is spawning. Now Jiu is dead as well. There's no bailout available, and D+.
The game state is definitely massively D+ favored.
Oh dear, there's Heartbreaker Flash, cease and desist, and I don't think Jiu's getting bailed out of that one.
At least he pressed it this time.
There you go. D+, looking at it, Earth, Wind, and Fire on the table. That would be fun as Lucid Bolt breaks in. Andil's going to get knocked up. Hostile takeover comes on through. Flash out from Smash to try and avoid that. It's a great handshake as Korea wants to find the battle dance, and he will be able to do so. As DRX, this is a Scuttle Crab as Andil is just going to get thrown at Lucid. Showmaker puts the rocks down, throws back the Gargoyle. Mega Inferno Bomb comes in, but that is going to be the dodge on the damage out of Willa. Fantastically done there, and Lucid's going to be taken out. Weaver's Wall comes in. Showmaker, that is aggressive positioning as the seismic shove does go wide. Now he's tanking the dragon, but that large boulder did a whole bunch of work here as Korea goes in, gets the knockups, and now, oh, Smash is bobbing for apples, looking for the angle. There is the taunt, the flash out from Showmaker though, as now Yukal deals with the dragon. Justice Punch comes in. There's a great handshake as Korea not able to finish them off, but these health bars are so low. Bouncing bomb, not enough. And Smash is waddling, trying to get in range. He's not quite able to do so. That is not a button that's pressed, as the Gargoyle does have that one available. Flash cease and desist, they're just trying to blow up Willa. They do manage to at least get the ulti to land, but there is that heroic entrance that we were talking about, and Korea is going to go down.
Because again, I keep trusting that D+ can use these leads, but
oh dear,
maybe not.
Well, Korea grand exits, and Willa is just going to bounce over that wall himself. Rich is rotating down also. Let's see whether the grand entrance is going to come back off cooldown in time, and it does, but is it going to be enough? Yes, Battle Dance is going to get him out of there. No Mega Inferno Bomb for Smash either. So Lucid's going to make it a 50-50 regardless, as the train's going to come in, but the Scion didn't really want it as, okay, that's just a fadeaway smite here from Lucid, and now they're stuck in the pit. Lucid's going to try and stop them, as now Rich dealing with 3 people, the rest of DRX not quite figuring it out, as Shiu is going to be their target, but he's got a counter-strike, finds a double stun, as G almost dies, as he just completed his Trinity Force, and he's going to survive. Now Showmaker gets on in there with the Weavers, while the backup for the Jax has arrived finally, as the quickness from this Rakan gets in. Giu's trying to get bailed out, but that fails, and the interruption on Shelly from Lucid. This is the problem with D+. They're capable of this beauty and also all of the other things that happened in this series.
For real, and in this game.
Was it just
Nintendogs?
Nintendogs, that's the one. I mean, if he was punching those, like, that would be just completely wrong. As, okay, Smash is going to get ran into here by a train, and now the ulti from Willa comes on forward. Heroic entrance comes down as well. Mega Inferno Bomb has already been used, though. Smash has thrown out all of his damage, right? DRX, they used everything to try and do that.
Jax.
In the meantime, like a therapy session, like this is how he's dealing with it at this point.
He is Okay, hold up.
Shiu's dealing with it with a Trinity Force and a Dream. And Willa's going to come down and try and convince him to fight him instead. Flash has to be used from Yukao to get him out of the way.
Okay. Now we're walling.
We are.
This is how you use Talia Weaver's Wall when you're ahead. If they don't respect
how you use Ziggs.
3 open slots for the Kalista. I'm massively ahead.
Yep, it's beautiful. As all right, Rich is going to pull the trigger here, looking for the angle. Doesn't exactly find the damage onto Lucid, as Smash is also just fine. Knocked up by the Grand Entrance. The rest of DRX are left in the dirt.
Unless you're a D+ fan.
Or the throw will begin. It's going to be a multi-part process, though, this throw, if it does actually happen. As Rich, oh yeah, there's a sad beat. Quickness comes on through. There is a heroic entrance, and so Rich will buy a bunch of cooldowns.
So you got to make something happen like this.
Oh, Shiu has the counter strike. Lucid's taken a Hex Gate and gets behind Rich. Oh no, countered.
That just keeps giving the thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. Rich standing in front of him, and he is very tanky on this Scion. As Willa, can he find the angle into the backline? Goes Shiu, looks for it. Quickness is fantastic. Mega Inferno Bomb is largely avoided, but still does a bit of work. As Shiu getting into that backline will proc the bailout, and down goes Shiu, and that means down goes all the damage. Out goes Yukao. He's going to see what he can get done here, but Showmaker is off on the side. The threaded volley. Yeah, the taunt doesn't mean too much, as that button was already pressed, and the gargoyle. As I'm the one that looks silly, because Showmaker's about to win with Talia. As there is the flick back on Rich. And yeah, unfortunately, that train didn't have any tracks. Formality than anything else. Look at this army of siege minions! As all right, they're looking for Showmaker, and Mega Inferno Bomb goes down. Shiu doesn't even get bailed out this time. He is just dead in an instant. The hostile takeover is leaving. It's just leaving. DRX, they're going back to the drawing board, and we are heading to Silver Scrapes as D+ Kia keep the series alive.